Taurus, how you doing, guys? So we're here with your 1st to your 15th of November. Please check out the discussion page for recommended readers. And the first one in the recommended reader shout out is Beauty Soul Tarot. Please make sure that you go over to her channel and say, hi, how you doing? And pay it forward. And you can find the link to her channel in the description. Okay, so let's see. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus from the 1st till the 15th of November. So Gemini comes straight out with an answer of yes. Yes, feeling loved, feeling that you would grow old with this person. Okay, there's something about old and new. It's like an exchange of happiness that seems to be happening between family also. But this person that you're indicative with loves you, or you love them, but I'm feeling like you would grow old. It's kind of like where you look into each other's eyes and feel hypnotic. There's even a dog in the background that's saying, oh my God, you two, will you leave it off? Right? I'm also hearing, like, what time do you leave off work? What time do you leave off work? They might have something to do with, like, also their friends that are kind of going through something at the same time is what I'm hearing. But I'm feeling it's more like, what time do you leave off work? What time do you leave work? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for the 1st to the 15th of November. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for the 1st to the 15th of November. What's going on? The most important messages for Taurus. But this can relate a lot to family things. So these can be your family, your work, your friend dynamics. It can be you, them, or anybody. Taurus, Sun, there you go. Well, so there is something to do with someone needing to get out from work also. Like there's an energy around where someone's going to give you, so you've got Aquarius as well, giving someone a helping hand. So you might be giving a grandmother or grandfather or parent an actual helping hand, or they're giving your partner a helping hand, where there could be a fact of moving in or moving out. 8 of Blades always talks about that needing to get out of something. Okay, so that doesn't mean how to get out of a relationship. It just means that you need to get out and escape, like the day-to-day grime and day-to-day work. So I'm feeling that a lot of this could be to do with where that at the same time is also what I'm hearing from my readings now, that you go through the same kind of things as other people. So I'm feeling through this that you might be living at home with a parent or a grandparent or something like that. And I'm also hearing grandparent clock, grandfather clock, like a grandfather clock. It might just be an energy of where you feel like time is ticking and that you need to I'm feeling like some moving in, like a moving in, because this person, it came out for another reading, is giving someone a helping hand to say, well, you can come and stay with me. You know, I can pull you out of whatever this kind of dynamic that someone is going through. It would be mild dilemma, really, like a mild dilemma of roommates, or like a parenting, like they might be pregnant also, and they might have children, and you might be asking them if you want to come out on a date, or they might be asking you. But I'm feeling like this might be where you live with somebody, or a roommate or a parent or something, and you're asking them if they want to come over and stay and be with you. So this would be dating, but I feel like a lot of it is where someone's, they might be starting to move their stuff into your home, or children around you, where you have a lot of kids and they're dating as well. But someone wants to move in. It's kind of like, well, we'll give you a helping hand. You can move all your stuff into our home also, and we'll take care of you as like a taking care of something. Some of you might be carers as well, or childminder is also, I'm hearing like a childminder. So I think there's a bit to do with like minding what you do and what you say also to like your parents. So there might be a meeting where you're going to go out and meet their parents. There's a meeting of parents and a meeting of minds, and that it might be the fact that they're going to ask you to visit their home, which would be introducing you to their parents. Okay, because there's definitely that feeling there. Because there's parental guidance also, is also what I'm hearing, like parental guidance for some of you. Okay, there's a lot of parents and people involved in these cards. But I'm hearing like a parental guidance or something. So if you're mothers, you might be raising a child on your own, but you've also got a love life that's going on as well, that you're deeply in love with someone, but you're also a childminder where this person might be saying, okay, well, I'll take you out on a date, can you get a babysitter? And this would probably be a babysitter as well. But there's a lot of love here, but I'm feeling like this star card is more of a helping hand and a guide that's, I don't say guide, but it's more of a helping hand to say, well, why don't you come over to my place, you know? From the 1st to the 15th. Any more messages? Please continue on the story. Please, Taurus, thank you. Okay, yeah, there's something to do with somebody is definitely transforming. 7 of coins. Also, your career life is trying to take a change. You might be trying to change, like, you might be still doing your same career, but there's something that's trying to transform in it, like a different belief system, where this is also them, I feel, that's going through this. That at the same time, they're experiencing an ending to do with, like, there might be a dilemma that's going on with their children, okay? And they're going through that, not their children, but their brothers or sisters or mother or something like that. And they're going through some kind of transformative energy around them, where it's more like, it could even be roommates and people that they live with. Okay, the living space and the living quarters might be a little bit cramped. There's also what I'm hearing, like the living quarters are a little bit cramped and there's a lot of people there. Or it is cramped and it's trying to transform of where they're trying to understand something that it needs to end in order to be happy with you, because there's close attention that's being paid out at work as well. There's like a payout and a payoff at work, because this is someone that's trying to give you a handout, again, trying to give you a handout, or trying to give them or you're trying to give them a handout. But this is also like ticket items of selling things on ticket items things. Ticket items of selling things like of an old house as well. Like there's probably a move that you might be going through where you're actually moving, and you could be selling things around the house, like a market stall, and selling stuff. But this is also like waiting for someone to clock in and clock out. So, right, hey, you can relate to the death card however you want. But there's some kind of clock in, clock out. Like it's day to day, it's the day to day drag, it's the day to day life. I have to wait for you to finish work before you can come and see me. But this is more of a supportive energy where you might be buying them food and things like that and going out and experiencing dating life. But I feel like there's some kind of, around you at the moment, there's focus on money, but the person that you're indicative with, or you, is dreaming of this person and what you can do as a project to earn money together. So you might be starting up a project together that keeps of a common interest, but that might be around the home. Okay, I'm also picking up like a venue as well, like a venue. There's a venue, an event. So that might be like someone's birthday party where you're all going to get together as an event. But there's a turn of events also, like a change and shift in the energy. I feel like this person, when they're at work, they dream of you and you dream of them at the same time. And you or them are one thinking about, what can we do together to earn some money, or how can we support this person if they move in with us, you know. So there might be a grandmother or grandfather or a mother that's around somebody that's thinking, okay, so how can we take on board this other person as well and financially support them? Okay, could be a Gemini maybe around. But there's also a factor of where they're dreaming, when they're at work, they're dreaming about you, and you're dreaming about how can you start this project together and work together on something that's gonna start to support both of you in the future. So that might mean where they work, you work, but one earns a bit more money than the other, and this one wants to be like a housewife or something as well, okay, and does cooking and cleaning and all that kind of thing, and she's daydreaming about the life of Riley and being with you, and you're thinking more about how can I support this person financially as well, but how can we work on a project actually together. So I think that's an external environmental thing that you're probably both going through. Now the dark cards are obviously major events that are going to be happening around you, like literally around you, where your life is going to start to transform and change right before your eyes, okay? Because life continues on its destinational path regardless, okay? And people have to keep up with the times and the appearance of everything that goes on around them. So things start to change. When you start to merge together, or when children or people start to merge together in relationships, you realise that it's all about trusting of bonds, of that everything starts to change. Family groups, soul groups, friends, families, they all start to have this own destinal path, and they go on those paths, but you start to experience that together to form a unit. Okay, so I've got that feeling also through this reading that this death card, star card, and lovers is more about the love that you have for one another. That's the tight grip of the bond that is there with each other. But that can also mean family too, you see. But also love for your partner. But I feel like this is like helping people and guiding people also on your spiritual path, but helping the person as well that you're in love with. You know, that you want to support them in any possible way that you can to pull them out of something that they might be going through with family. Like if there's a lot of family involvement, you're probably going to be helping this person and saying, you know, I can give you a handout, or you can just stay over at mine tonight, or you can stay over at ours, or, well, majority of your stuff's here anyway, so you might as well move in. You know, so the death card is what I'm picking up, is going through a period and a stage of transforming the relationship, but I mean around your external environmental health of you and them, but external environment of everybody that's in this, because that would also mean their friends and their family that are going through these kind of periods at the same time. So you all experience complete transformative change, because there's change. There's an exchange of energy that you are experiencing with people that's leaving you into a state of like kind of hypnosis, not really, but where you're just dreaming up things that you want to do with work, but also dreaming about the person at the same time. And that might be a little bit of chaos here that's appearing, because it's kind of like, well, when am I going to get a chance to see the person? When am I going to get a chance to have fun and get out, you know? But that can also be parts of the mind that are cluttered, because you have a lot to do with your day, and through day by day by day by day, by the time you get to one another, you support each other in the relationship a lot, and you start to talk about and analyse how you're going to work around environmental stuff to actually pull the whole family together, meetings and family dynamics that might happen, and how you're going to transform this relationship to actually be together, and how you can then continue to both work differently on different projects and different things that you're interested in, but at the same time dreaming up schemes of how you can earn more money together to support yourselves for the future. So generally to do with health, I think it's in a good standing, but I think that to do with your health, there is a concern with something that you might be concerned about. Now, the death card can literally mean anything. It can mean too much weight, you know, appearance of pride is fading and getting older, you know, as everybody does in life. So there is kind of that feeling around as well, where you are probably also guided by parents and things at the same time that you're listening to, that are giving you support. But I feel like the people that are in your main group of soul groups, they're going to be a very big support for you at this time that is also supporting you and this person. So I think that this could be a mother, your mother or father, that is going through something at this time where they're probably talking to you about, well, what are you going to do with this relationship? So this can be friends. What are you going to do with this relationship? How are you going to support them? How are you going to support like what you're got to pay for as well? So you've got to pay certain amounts of rent and things like that, that you're working a lot. So you might be saying to this person, well, I work a lot and that I've got loads of stuff to do, so don't worry about me, I'm fine. I've got my partner, but I've also got like a family thing that's going on where this mother has a lot of things to do. This can be like also a busy, not a busybody, but someone that's always busy. That's always busy. I've got so much to do. I've got like, I just want to be a mother. I just want to be a mother. So this could be you, where you're just like, listen, all I want to do is be a mother. That's all I want to do is just be a mother. But there might be some concern around that for some of you, where you're worried about ever being a mother, or will I ever get a chance to be a mother, you know, or will I be a mother again? You know, some of you might be going through a dynamic where a child is actually going through a traumatic stage in their life, and it's not exactly driving you crazy, but it's just kind of like worrying you of how they're going to get out of a situation that they're in. That could be to do with their external environment of work also, but it could be a relationship factor. That could be also the time of the month, the time of the month for you or for someone or all of you, you know. It feels like you're going through the stages. So as a woman's cycle, I think a lot of you are probably going through the stages, right? As far as I know from my girlfriend, that when you're on a period, that destroys the egg, right? I don't know, I'm a guy, so I'm useless with all that shit, sorry. But it destroys the egg. So I am picking something to do with like a woman's egg being, it could just literally be a woman's period. But I think that there is some kind of worry and panic around a woman's cycle, like a woman's cycle, because it kind of goes from good to healing to unsurety and then dreaming. So it feels like someone's going through some kind of woman change, or all of the above, where relationships are changing. But I feel like you as a person, if you're a mother, or if not, it could be your child or something, or someone around you that is going through some kind of hormonal kind of state, and there's a case by case of one waiting for answers and information to come in that could be worrying about someone. Okay, I'm also picking up grandparents now that might be that you're going to visit and have visitational rights to see someone that is older as well, that it's a lot older. I think that there is some kind of dynamic, I think, definitely around this cycle of change, shall we put, cycle of change. Because there's definitely, like, I'm picking up like an exchange of energy, but an exchange of family coming together and trying to pull each other and actually help each other out. So there's a lot of like friends are kind of pulling together, families are pulling together, and you're all kind of working together as a team. And some of you, if you're in new relationships or fresh relationships or ideas about work, that you've got an idea of something that you really want to do, and at the moment as it stands that you're just trying to analyze things. Maybe there may be some analyzing that's taking some time to just add small amounts of something just to see how it goes, you know, to see how it goes. But I'm also hearing that this, you might be telling your parent or grandparent or the person that that looks after you is let's just see how it goes, you know. And you're saying, okay, well, I love this person, I want to help them out, I want to go and pick them up, I want to travel to see them, and I want to be with them, and that we've got projects and things that we're all doing together, and we like that. We like spending alone time and thinking up stuff that we can do. So I feel like this is an external environmental thing, this Eight of Blades, where people are wondering what's going to happen, you know. But when I say what's going to happen, that's why I pick up on some energy around that one of these people or all of you are slightly worried about this woman's cycle thing, or there is some kind of urgency around nurturing someone that could be going through like a dark period. Well, I'm picking up period, so yeah, a period that might be of some kind of concern. That one, someone might worry that, are you pregnant, you know, and there might be a pregnancy kind of test that might be going on, because these cards are like test cards, testing your patience. Someone also might be testing your patience through these periods. Sorry, I keep saying periods. I keep hearing period. But testing your patience of your will. But there might be, thank you. There might be some kind of will that someone of like inheritance, that they have an inheritance, or you have an inheritance, or you're going to be setting up an inheritance, or you're waiting. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles talks about waiting, Seven of Coins, and you might be waiting for some kind of inheritance, and that might be why you have a strong family tie to someone, because it can be the lovers, because this would be like people that look after you your whole life. So the people that have been in your life all of your life, they might be, you might be like sticking in there or sticking with them because they're family, and that you have assets of things that you're waiting for inheritance. And inheritance, when someone passes, they pass the money and they pass their home and their life onto you, and then that's yours. So there is that energy around of someone might be seeking an inheritance, getting an inheritance, or waiting because that is an inheritance. And that's why this card could be appearing as like what's happening around a family unit, because it's kind of like, I can't live with you and I can't live without you. Either way, I'm here, so I'm going to have to learn to heal that and deal with it the best I can, because it's a family dynamic of karma, okay? And that's what might be stopping you in certain aspects just through this small period of time. I don't think like it's a major dilemma for a lot of people. I think that there's a lot of love there to do with family that's going on, and that you've got also aspects that I'm kind of feeling through different cards is this would be more to do with like dreaming up what to do with a partner, or what to do for your next project or your next venture, and things that you want to do that's going to earn you money. But there are also aspects around that you might have just moved, because this needs to move, and this is like moved, okay, and you've landed at a fresh beginning, and now you're having to start fresh and new and again, okay. So it's like newborn. But there is an element where some things could be worried about, is there going to be a newborn, or I did hear also stillborn. That won't be for everybody. Stillborn, because that could be like a woman's it does destroy the egg, right, Taurus? Am I weird or not? I don't know. But when you take the pill, right, or when you have a period, it destroys the egg or something. There's some kind of energy that I keep picking up around that. So please make sure that you leave a comment, and just to see if my visions or what I'm hearing is just correct. You don't have to tell me your personal life if you don't want to, right? I think that I am still channeling through that, is that someone might want to know your personal life a lot, and that they might be asking you about, are you sexually active, and are you doing this, and are you covering things up, and there might be some kind of cover-up kind of feeling as well. Like it's a bit like an undercover kind of person that wants to know a lot of information, and they might drive you crazy because you're like, listen, I don't need to explain to you about my sex life, everything's fine. So right, I'm hearing that as well. So you might have children, you might be asking that, and if you are, I'm getting a feeling that that's what they're thinking, is like, I don't need to tell you that. And you're like, well, no, you do. But I definitely feel that kind of energy is around, that someone does probably interfere, wanting to know about, are you using protection? Are you pregnant? Do you want children? Can you have children? They're kind of energies of discussions of different people on different, you know, you're not all going to be having the same conversation about exactly the same way. But this person might always want to know things the same way. It's kind of like we always want to know things the same way. It's always the same. It's like same. It's like, well, I'm just your mother. I'm just the person that looks after you. I just want to know where you are and what you're doing and how you're breathing and the moment that you set foot outside the door and when you come back, and then can I breathe and can I not? You know? So if you make sure that you tell me all of the information correctly, then I can let you get on with your life. But you've got to make sure that you check in and tell me everything about your life. Right? Am I hitting the nail on the head? But because it could also be like an elderly person that's just wants to be a mother, and that's all they want to do is just be a mother, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on with the rest of your reading, Taurus, and we're going to clarify these, draw some more cards, and then clarify everything with another deck. Gives me a great perspective, a field of concentrate more on your money if that starts to appear. Love life is definitely here, 100% here. You do have external energies that I'm picking up that could be other people and interfering energies maybe, but we'll look deeper into that and see what they are and see what the outcome's going to be and how you can work through that energy more clearly in order to work on it with your partner and see what happens. Okay, you can find these links over on Patron. That is the link below, guys, and you have access to all of the readings. You just can join for a month or for as long as you like, but then you can just have access to all of the readings. Okay, if you want a personal reading, that link is below and you can reach out for an email for me. And like I said, we're going to clarify these and go deeper into what these situations are hopefully all of one story, but also splitting them onto multiple stories, but then draw it all around to one conclusion of a story altogether. Okay, see if I can do my best to give you every bit of information possible. So please make sure that you check out the recommended readers. All the links of everything that you might want is also below. I also got a new channel that I'm coming up with. It's my old channel, but I've renamed it Everything, and you might be able to find that in the link in the description below as well, because I've got some projects coming up with my girlfriend and things that we're going to do about everything. Right, so we're going to do some vlogs and some weird stuff and loads of things that we've got kind of planned. So if you want to follow that, please make sure that you follow the link below. I'll try and change it if I have time, but there are loads of stuff below. Okay, alright guys, thanks very much. Check out the recommended readers also and say hi. Alright guys, thanks very much. See you soon, guys.